Good afternoon, buzztouch users. This is a quick video tutorial on how to install a helper application into your Android emulator. You'll often want to have this done if you are trying to use an app or trying to develop an app that maybe uses something like PDF documents or Word documents or something like that. Android doesn't natively handle those documents without a helper application like AdobeReader for PDF documents. So if you notice in my emulator right now, which I have up, there is no app in here, AdobeReader, that would help us do our PDF documents in any particular app that we are using. So we want to install that. First thing you want to do is go ahead and get your emulator up and running, and you can do that by coming into the folder that you have Android installed in which case mine is the program files x86 Android SDK, and double clicking the AVD manager .exe executable there, and that will launch your AVD manager and allow you to launch your emulator. And once you get the emulator up and running, you're going to want to open up a command window or a command prompt and change directories over to the C program files, Android SDK, platform tools folder. And this is where you will find a executable or an application called adobe.exe installed. And this is all pretty similar for the Mac as well. You basically want to go into the folder that your Android SDK is installed into. You go into the platform tools folder and find that adobe.exe application. In order to get a command prompt in Windows, you can go start, run, type in CMD, and it'll bring up a command prompt. Or you can, there's also a program menu item in there for a command prompt as well, so you can find it there. Prior to doing this, what I tend to do is find the APK or the application that I want to install, in this case this AdobeReader.apk, and put it in the same folder, the platform tools folder. That makes it easier to run the command that we want to run. And you can put it anywhere you want, you just need to make sure you reference that location when you run this command. So we have the emulator up, we have the APK in the folder that we want to run it from, and we are in the correct folder where the adobe.exe program is. So now we just want to run adb install and then the name of the application and hit enter. And it will take a few minutes or 30 seconds maybe. It depends on how big the application is. In this case we're looking at almost 3 megabytes. So I have had instances where this has failed. It says it can't find a device to install it to even if the emulator is up and running. So I just rerun this command numerous times and eventually it seems to work, and if it doesn't, then I shut down the emulator, start it up again, and try over. This is just one of those things with Android and the emulator. So now you can see that it's uploading it 130 kilobytes per second, showing you the name of the package and where it's going to, and then when it's done, if we come back over here to our emulator, you will notice that we now have AdobeReader installed. So anytime that you are going to use an app now that involves AdobeReader or PDF files, you will be able to do that. And you can use this for any APK that you get. You can even use it for your own APKs. If you create one and you want to install it in the emulator, you can use the exact same process. If you download somebody else's APK, the exact same process. This is just one way of doing this. There's numerous other ways to do it, but this one has worked consistently for me. It seems to work a little better than going to a URL in the emulator or anything like that. So there you go, a couple-minute lesson on how to install an APK into your your Android device emulator. Hope this is helpful. Have a great day.